Hello, greetings, good morning. And as usual, my name is Augustine. Welcome to my broadcast. By my time, it's about 7:58 West African time. And as usual, I'm here to give us a summary of the mass adoption meeting. The mass adoption meeting held yesterday by 7th of August. And I was present in the meeting alongside with a whole lot of members in the community to get updates from this administration of the Simply Brilliant community. So one of the things I do in the community is to keep the community informed as regards the progress in our community. And for now, the only way to get those informations is through the administration in the mass adoption meetings. And it happens on Mondays and on Wednesdays, West African time. So yesterday being Monday, we had the first one. And as usual, it was anchored by the Chief Justice of the Simply Brilliant community in the person of Brother Biderick, the ambassador for Cameroon. And following that, it was the administration that held a 1 hour monologue and about an hour monologue, and then another 1 hour dialogue where people asked their questions. So I'm here to give us a summary. Please take note of the information I just said. Information summary, not detailed updates on the mass adoption meeting. If you are going to go about details, then it's going to be more than 1 hour. My summary takes about I don't know why the network is going back and forth. All right, I guess the network is back. So now we are going to go into details. Yesterday's mass adoption meeting, the administration started on a very excellent note. I loved the way he began. So I'm going to go about it now by and I he started by coming to this place. This was a very page that it was as at yesterday. And the information you are seeing here, see, that was the question he was asking. Of course, you see that it was really down. And he said he pumped the price. He was actually giving the indications here. He pumped the price to about this. Now, as at when he made this screenshot, it was 110. But as I speak with you, it's now 150. So we're going to share our screen again to go to PooCoin. And then with PooCoin, we're going to see how the administration went about it. So I would share screen again. Please, if you're tuning into my broadcast, at this point, I would appreciate it if you can you can share these informations. You could subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel. These informations are needful because for us to come to unison, for us to come to the same mindset and grow, we have to be united. And individuals who take responsibility to help the community to get more organized and united, support them as much as you can, because that's the only way we can get to our destination. And it is not only on them. Every human being that wants to take responsibility should make themselves available and then grow. At this point, we're having a whole lot of agents, and the responsibility of the agents are to help to repair the world for good. A humanitarian organization that is going to rebuild the world, one of the people that will be used are the agents. Agents are the frontliners. They are the front soldiers, and they are going to do a whole lot of things. The administration will empower them. He'll give them a whole lot of armor, a whole lot of, firepower. And of course, it's going to be based on regulation. It will be properly regulated so that they don't make use of those fire powers for evil. Rather, they use it for good. More of those informations you would get while we're in this mass adoption summary. So I go into the PooCoin and then we share. So you can actually use PooCoin. You can use Bot Finance, whichever one you want. There are 1,001 websites you can go to. But then I'm particular about this. I just want to show us what the administration did yesterday. He was able to pump the price to about 150. Of course, you're seeing those lines, those candlesticks. And the moment he pumped it to that point, some people started selling immediately. And then, of course, you saw it. It kept moving until now. while a few other people took responsibility to help to push it up. And then all the informations are made plain. One thing I like about this community is the transparency, though private. Now, privacy means as regards administration, we are not giving room for outside forces to intrude or to have a say on how we do things. We create our own rules that is lawful. We create our terms and conditions that is godly, and we protect it by of course, when you go into the public notice, you will see the details of all these things I'm saying. And on a short note, the government of any state and no human of any kind that is not the administration has jurisdiction over the Simply Brilliant community. When you go into the public notice, you go into private contract association and public notice, you are going to see all these informations and get informed. You also go to Secret and see how we went out to declare our existence to the powers that be and made them know that they have no say over what we do in our organization. That's why we are private. And we are not in any way held, by any government to pay any form of, taxes. They cannot tax us as a private society. Our medium of exchange is to be used exclusively for members in the Simply Brilliant community. But if you are withdrawing or swapping, of course, JoyG is a market-based coin. Of course, you know that a market-based coin falls under the jurisdiction of the government, and it falls under the jurisdiction of the Security Exchange Commission. But then, to an extent, we are still hidden. We are not known by the public yet. And this JoyG Givers Gain promo is going to make us open to everybody, and everybody will know about JoyG Givers Gain promo. And you know that if you're going to swap JoyG into any other currency, there will be transaction charges, okay? And when you go about transaction charges, who are the people that take that? Those are the miners. And over time, we're going to expand. JoyG will get into the market. And the market I'm referring to at this point, I'm talking about is the likes of Binance, which is an exchange, the likes of Remitano, which is an exchange, and then the coin market cap, where everybody will see the relevance of JoyG. But then at that point, you should expect JoyG to be at a much higher price, much more higher than what you see now. We're looking at anything above 50,000. This is what is going to happen not so long from now. I'm talking of between now and about 12 months from now. These are the things that are going to play out as regards JoyG. The question I ask is, what are you doing having this kind of knowledge? 1 year from now, you put in $1,000 worth in JoyG and ignore whatever present situation or thing you are seeing and allow 1 year to pass. Are you aware that $1,000 could be times 50? Yeah, it's that simple. Looking at the price of JoyG now, the price of JoyG is just $116. And I tell you that in another 1 year from now, the price will be fluctuating between 25,000 and possibly 50,000. Yes. Or let's leave it. Let's be more realistic. 2 years from now, the price being 116 becomes about 50,000. Would that look crazy to you? But I'm telling you that is what is going to happen. And you may think it's a joke, but in another 1 year from now, of course, the price is, in fact, let's be very real. By the end of this year, the price should be bouncing between 5,000 and 10,000. Now, by the end of the year, if you can reference this video, you will understand that in 6 months, we are 116, we got to 10,000 in about 6 months. And we came down and we are fluctuating within that range. From my own point of view, anybody that has understanding should go and hodl JoyG and just keep it there. Forget about it for the next 1 year. Forget about it for the next 2 years. I can tell you that if you want to get so rich, put in $5,000 there, leave it there for the next 2 years. Your $5,000 could become as much as maybe 100,000, maybe 200,000. As funny as this may sound, because the influx of people that will be coming into this JoyG Givers Game promo will soon be so mind-boggling. And you may think I'm actually exaggerating, but I'm telling you what is about to happen. It's up to you to take responsibility. It's up to you to take the initiative. It's up to you to act now. The people that are doing what they are doing is because, one, they are ignorant, and the administration has put a very beautiful plan to, interact with them, give them an opportunity to desist from these actions that they are doing. I am hoping, I am thinking, I want to believe that they are doing it ignorantly, but we're going to find out very soon. So now let's continue. You're looking at this, you see that these are the transaction history of a number of people. Of course, you're seeing that the red are much more compared to the green. And when you do a summary, you see that a good number of people are still selling. And I still tell you that the people selling are in the category of the agents, because you can't have so much firepower, to sell the way you are selling if you are not an agent. I want to also make everything clear that as it is now, every whale in the Simply Brilliant community are members of the community. I don't know if you got that. Let me say it again. Every whale in the Simply Brilliant community are members of our community, if you get that right. So anybody that is doing what they are doing is not happening by mistake. They are not doing it by accident. They have enough. Some of them were willing to buy a reasonable amount. But I am telling you now that anybody that has about 5 Joy G and above are all members in the Simply Brilliant community, because you can't have so much amount of coins and you are not a member in the community. A number of people were asking some questions yesterday, and they were of the opinion that, they are just traders. You are not a trader. The administration is seeing everything behind the scene, and I'm telling you that everybody that is a whale in this community are members of the Simply Brilliant community, and everything is before the eyes of the admin. So admin is actually a human being that I really marvel at the wisdom he has, because I think for every body that comes to this earth, he has his divine calling. So I think God has worked on his mind that he is able to reason with the people, and he's not holding it against them. So all these people that are doing these things, you are ignorant until found guilty. So the admin will not say, well, they've done that, even though it is obvious that they've been doing it contrary to the community, contrary to the best interest of the community. He's not holding it against anybody. Let them go about what they are doing. But things are now being put into place, which we are going to look into. And some of the things that are going to be put into place is orientation. Remember, we are in the summary of the mass adoption meeting, okay? So one of the things is going to put into place is orientation. Let's go back to the blog so that we'll take time to follow suit and understand what we are doing. I've actually shown you the pancake swap. Now, before we move into the blog, let's quickly move into BSC scan. Now, when you look into BSC scan, of course, the administration has talked about this. I don't need to talk about this, okay? Now, this is available coins, and I want you to know that Joy G Givers Gain promo, the bulk of the coins that the administration is going to use to distribute to agents will come from here. The bulk of the coins that he will use to distribute to the agents will come from here, okay? And he's going to do a whole lot of price control, yes, and he's going to also limit supply so that the price would always go up. Of course, we already know how he's going to do about it. He's going to make sure that when donors are donating and the price goes to a reasonable level and it goes beyond the reasonable level, it is expected that the donors stop donating because it has gone below a particular level. Failure to do that, they would go into, instead of gaining an interest, they would gain a swap. And a swap means you give $10 in BUSD, you get $10 in Joy G. If you get it late or you receive it when you're not aware, then the price may drop from $10 to maybe $9. That's because someone else tanked the price, and the person did it maybe purposely or ignorantly. So the point is, the administration is informing people to desist or cooperate or align themselves with what we are doing. Okay, so I was saying that the bulk of the coins will come from here. You are going to see these coins go down as the members grow, as agents come into the community to take part in this Joy G Givers Gain promo. And to a very good extent, these ones are going to be given to members in the community. Of course, we know our initial plan where you get your double match and quadruple match for the early members. And then for the ones who are now existing, they get 1 year equal match. When you are in the community for 1 year, you keep getting 50 SBC, 50 SBC when you are in the Rotator 23 team. This applies to only members in the Rotator 23 team. If you're on the core team or on the backup team or Rotator 22, then you are supposed to enjoy the following: core team, backup team, double match by June, because you got your first match by January. So double match by June and then quadruple of it by December. Now, those on the Rotator 22, they get their first match by June and then they get the double match by December. December, I've forgotten when. I think December, somewhere in December. I think between 15th and 18th. I've forgotten the exact time, but around that time. So if you make your research, you'll find out. Now, this one is for a whole lot of distribution, okay? And people will enjoy being an agent because it's part of the empowerment process. The very first level of empowerment that members in the community will enjoy is becoming an agent. And they are going to be given enough firepower to do goodwill across the world. And it will be categorized into different levels. The first category is being an agent, taking responsibility as an agent, having it as a full-time job, and then you create an agency. As an agent, you will have a lot of people working for you, and then from time to time, you pay them from the proceeds of the donation that members in the community gives to you. And as an agent, you are supposed to have an advertisement section where you are supposed to promote yourself. Maybe you employ a social media influencer so that they can help you to boost your channel inside of the Simply Brilliant community. Make some wonderful articles. I mean, become attractive to members. When they see your article, when they see your channel, when they see your blog, which the admin is about to put up, shortly you will see it. I mean, they'll be attracted to it. So you would have to advertise yourself. So as an agent, you are supposed to do a whole lot of things. As an agent, you are supposed to be an administrator. The bulk of what an agent is going to be is an administrator. And then a whole lot of people will report to him, and then they do a whole lot of goodwills within their country and possibly outside their country. That's the first category of agents. Now, second category of agent is an individual that is a worker, and he's working so much that he doesn't have time. Therefore, he will sublet to someone else to take responsibility on his behalf. And those ones, you refer to them as goodwill servants. Admin talked about it yesterday. Goodwill servants are individuals that do not have the financial strength to become an agent. So therefore, you sublet that responsibility to him. He will be an agent on your behalf and do a whole lot of things. And there is a whole lot of ways to go about it. They could be agents on your behalf within your country, outside your country. You could be in the United States, you sublet it to someone from Africa, because in the United States, according to the administration, they are so busy working. They make some money, but they don't have time. Then those of us from Africa, and then some people from Asia and other countries like that, they are having a whole lot of time to themselves, and then they don't have so much money to keep up. So you create that balance, but it's on you as an agent to find someone who is reliable and trustworthy. It's on you to make your homework by yourself. Do not think that everyone in the community are angels. There are people that are not angels. So it's on you as an agent to find out who they are, okay? And it's on you as an agent to build your team. Your team are your workforce. It's your responsibility, or the responsibility of the goodwill servant to do that. And of course, he will be on a salary. So all these things are things that are beginning to, get organized and becoming very real in our community. And everybody are going to see it, and everybody will be excited about it. So I was talking about some of the coins which we have seen before, I've talked about before, but I want to say it again so that we can get it if you are paying attention. Now, this is admin's coins, okay? This is some of the admin coins that admin uses to help in pumping the price of Joyg. Also, this, as at now, this is the main admin wallet. If you are looking into PooCoin and you see the pump of Joyg go up, you always say that it is this wallet that is going about it. This wallet is the one that is doing the pumping. And a lot of other coins, a lot of other wallets, and members in the community are also helping to support. Now, this is the wallet address that houses all the coins that agents store up in the Kringle Cash back office. Everything is domiciled here. So as we speak, we're having roughly 443 agents. That's what we're having. Okay, ignore this 0.25. It's immaterial. Every agent should put in at least one Joy G. So that's exactly what we are seeing here. So we're having roughly 443 agents. And this is the original admin wallet for Joy G, which when we're using Joy G to pay subscription fee, this is it, this particular one. But for now, it's been like that for a while. Admin is just keeping it there for reasons best known to him. Now, moving down, the next thing you see is Pancake Swap. Admin said that it's our responsibility to see that we deplete this value from 152 to at least 30, to at least 32, at least to 25. Something within that range. When we're able to deplete it, how do we go about it? Simple, having more agents join us in the community. And I want you to know that every passing day, as we get more organized, and admin does what he has to do, and the agents and members does what they have to do to build this community, this will definitely go down. And as long as it's going down, people will begin to see the beauty of what admin has conceived in his heart and is manifesting through the Simply Brilliant community. So I'm actually craving your indulgence. If you are not an agent, the price of Joy G is very small. And I tell you, the price of Joy G would never drop below $100 again. Take note of what I'm just telling you now. The price of Joy G will not drop below $100 again. Well, some individuals can be very stubborn and decide to stank it if they want. But if people are reasonable, the price of Joy G can't go lower than where it is now. Rather, it will keep going higher. So the opportunity to have one Joy G is now while you still can. Because every blessed day, if we follow the plan, which we are about to begin, everybody will be in agreement, in conformation. Failure to conform, there will be consequences, which I'll talk about shortly. So I was talking about some of the coins. Now, this is also part of admin's coin, which is also using for one or two things. I'm just trying to let you know the coins that admin is using to do a whole lot. So there are about 5 of them. This is the first one, second one. This is the ones that is like a collateral. Okay. This is the third one. This is the fourth one. So I can refer to 5 of them as 1, then 2, and then 3, because of course it's in the admin's control. Okay. 4, admin's control. This is the Pancake Swap. Admin wants to keep it in Pancake Swap until we've grown the value of Joy G to at least 20,000, 25,000. We want to have it so high before we exist in any exchange, before we exist in the coin market. If the price is not that high, I want you to know that there are some unscrupulous, wicked, and ungodly set of people that would want to have as much as possible. But admin wants to make sure that the price is so high that no matter who you are, you may not be able to have more than 10. Yes, even if you are a corporation, you shouldn't have more than 10. So he wants to build it so high. I don't know how high, but those of us who are saying, when will it enter into the market? You should understand, you should allow this project some time to build, to get organized, and then let our value grow so high. Let people begin to desire to become agents. Let people begin to see the beauty of what the administration wants to do. And then people start rushing in. It's at that level. We are rushing in. And then everybody is so excited about Joy G Givers Gain promo. Then you'll now begin to see admin say, okay, let's see what we can do. Expanding our reach to the rest of the world. We then exist in the likes of maybe, in fact, Binance would ask us, they would beg us. And then other coins, other exchanges would ask. Of course, those exchanges can't have more than 10 because one Joy G as at then should be ranging between $25,000 to $50,000. So how many exchanges can afford to buy 10 Joy G? If you're looking at 10 Joy G, you're talking of $250,000. Yes. And then you want to have 20, you're talking about, as I'm using 25,000. If you're having more than that, maybe 20, you're looking at least $500,000. That's how valuable we are going to be. And you know that when exchanges has that, it will be impossible for you to even use it and trade. The traders that will be existing then, they won't be able to afford to buy more than maybe $1,000 to $5,000. So when you trade with such amount and the price is as high as 25,000, even if you sell one whole Joy G, I mean, one $5,000 worth of Joy G, it will only cause the price to go down a little. And then one human being can decide to say, okay, I can pump the price. And perhaps that may be one of us who are already members in the community. And we can pump the price by 200. We can pump it. We can pump it because then we've received our double match, we've received our quadruple match, and then we have begun our gold-backed economy. And those people existing then on the core team and backup team will be in opulence. They'll be in wealth. I mean, wealth incomprehensible. I'm not talking of too far from now. I'm talking about in the next 18 months. All these things you're seeing, and I'm telling you, will play out. So hang in. If you are looking at the community and you want to give up, this is the wrongest time to ever think about that. So get yourself encouraged and build. So these are the few people in the community that are having coins, and those coins has been in their hands. These are good hodlers. I want to commend them. The likes of this. Admin didn't say that these ones are in his jurisdiction. I don't know. I am thinking that it's not because he didn't talk about it. He talked about 5 particular coins, which I've just talked about. But all these ones, they've just held. All these guys are members of the community. They are smart, they are intelligent, and they are just hodling. And they've been building and accumulating Joy G. Picture a situation where the price of Joy G is 25,000, and then this guy has been able to hold for that long. I mean, he has made a fortune. I mean, he has, and by then the administration has lifted up all conditions he has laid and placed on Joy G so that it would regulate the price. Because you are looking at a liquidity of over 1 million, over 2 million, over 5 million, perhaps 10 million, or even $100 million. And at that level, why would you need to disturb yourself? The liquidity will be so much that even if you choose to withdraw 1 Joy G, 2 Joy G, it won't have so much effect. This is what the administration is intending to do. And he's calling on you and I to make it happen. He's calling on the community at large to put heads together and see it from that focal point. And let's focus on it and get it to a reality. Okay, so that's that. Now let's go back into our main thing, which is Pancake Swap. Sorry, the blog. Okay, so back to the blog. A number of people, I don't know what to call them, whether they are ignorant, whether they are fighting the community, I don't know. But I want you to know that the man I follow, who is the administration, and pseudonym Jack S. Freeman, of course, the pseudonym in Facebook, he is someone that God has given wisdom. Listen, I'm not overranking or overrating him when I tell you that he's a genius. If you want to believe it, it's your choice. But I am telling you that the man is a genius, and he was a genius from birth. Everything that is inside of him was put in him by God from birth. And one of his singular goals in life was to save humanity from the collapse of the economy, the elites that are bringing a collapse, because it's not natural. Okay, and the administration will do everything at his disposal to see that they don't win. And I can tell you that they have lost. We have won. Okay, all we just have to do is follow this man with love and respect. Comply with what he's doing. Okay, yeah. So the admin is saying, has they learned? But the question is, have they really learned? And if you ask me, my answer is no, they haven't learned. They are going to learn, whether you like it or not. The community will learn, and we are going to discuss how they are going to learn. Okay, so moving forward, the administration, after he said this, he began to tell the community, let's go back to the dashboard. He now began to tell the community that he is now fine-tuning everything, because over the past 1 week or so, we've not been able to do any activity. The price of Joy G has been down. He pumps it, they bring it down. He pumps it, they bring it down. He pumps it, they bring it down. There is wisdom in every pump the administration is doing. Some people think he's foolish. Some people are like, can't this man say that each time he pumps it, they bring it down? Each time he pumps it, they bring it. There is wisdom in every pump the administration is doing. You may not understand, and I am not in a position to disclose the wisdom behind every pump he's doing. But he is a wise man, and every action he's taking has its reason. And it is all geared to the collective gain of the Simply Brilliant community, members as well. Okay, so now the next thing I'll talk about is the donors. The administration put this information there as far back as last week, you know, and when he put it there, people are seeing it, people are reading it, but they are not understanding. It's like I don't know the word to use. The thing that pains me the most in this community is the fact that individuals are not plugging themselves in to men of consequence. Individuals in this community are lacking patience, they are lacking diligence and discipline, because I can tell you that this thing has been there, and even though it's been there for about maybe 5 or 6 days, around that, okay, let's say 4 or 5 days, if they've been there for this long, okay, people are still engaging in trading. Yes, people are still engaging in donations. The price of Joy G is down. Listen, the administration is not unfair. Some people are saying admin is not nice. That why is it that he doesn't want people to contribute and still he put the contribution there? It is for the foolish ones to fall victim. Yes, and there is no ungodliness in that actions, because it is expected that you listen. Yes, it is expected that you listen. And even as I speak to you, even if the administration still chooses to carry this information and features it on the blog, I can still tell you that people will see and they will ignore. That is how bad it is in our community, that individuals has refused to get informed. That's how crazy our community is. And until you get informed, until you align yourself to the mass adoption meeting, or you align yourself to the summary, or attach yourself with leaders of consequence that will guide you, I can tell you, you keep making mistakes, and at some point you get frustrated, because we are just about to begin. We're about to take the world by storm. We haven't come to that point yet. We're about to do it. And those of us who are still dilly-dallying, I feel for you, because by the time you realize your mistakes, man, a whole lot would have happened. Okay? So this is the first thing. Now, the second thing I'll be talking about is the agents. Now, we're going to take a time to talk about the agents, after which we'll be summarizing this meeting. Now, on the agent section, the administration has warned, advised, craved the indulgence of the agents, and asked them to cooperate. But of course, some people are not listening. Over the weekend, okay, while the price of Joy G was so down, there was an individual that decided to do a goodwill. And I tell you most solemnly that that individual bought Joy G when the price was below $100. And if I will tell you that the items the person bought was less than $500, and the person was celebrating goodwill. The question I even ask myself is, were those people that she was giving goodwill to really indigent members or members of her family? Yeah, this is going to be a very, very carefully thought out plan over time, because so many people will make withdrawals as agents and will give it to their family and friends and title it the indigent set of people. I am telling you what human beings are capable of doing. At the very early stage, there will be no checks and balance. People can do what they like. But I am telling you that in every government that exists around the world, there are agencies that checkmate everything. There are agencies that checkmate drugs. There are agencies that checkmate everything, traveling in, traveling out, everything, education, everything. And I am telling you that in our community, there will be agencies that will checkmate how you use Joy G and the people you use it to spend or to support or to help. Now, it is not out of place to help your loved ones and families, but for goodness sake, your loved ones and families are with you. And as long as there are people around you who are your loved ones and families, you are blessed. And as long as you are blessed, the administration has created provision for you to use what you are getting from Joy G Givers Game Promo to support them. The intent of the Joy G and what you are getting from the system is to support those who can't help themselves at all. Who are those people? The lame, the blind, the crippled, disabled, generally, the widows who are completely helpless, that can't help themselves. There are people that are homeless. These are the people you should be looking out to. There are people who are orphans. There are people that when you see them, you will cry. But you see, using the money to go and help your own family, to me, you are attracting a cost to yourself by doing that, because your family are okay. Some people's family are okay. I'm saying this because people are going to do something like that. In the name of laziness, they don't want to make any effort. All they just want is advertise, possibly do a good advertisement and use the money and then channel it to the wrong set of people. People should not do that. Use that money, make the time, look for the right set of people and give it to them, because that is the only way that God, our own creator, can bless you. If you use it to the wrong set of people, you won't get any blessing. And I tell you, this is the whole truth. I lie not. So continuing on the agents will now have what you call check. There is a check the administration has actually set out, to help in controlling agents. And I want to see if I can get it. I don't know if I can lay hands on it, but yes, I will be able to lay hands on it. And I'm going to read it. I don't know if I can reach out to it from here. Let me see if I can. Let me stop sharing my screen first. I want to see if I can get it, whether I can get it from... I'm coming, please. Just give me a while. It's something that the administration put out yesterday, and I'm coming. I'm not able to get it. Well, even if I'm not able to get it, I can read it out so that we can look into it. I wanted to share my screen so that we see it. Just give me a while, please. Well, in order to save time, it doesn't look like I'm able to get it, but I'm going to read it out and I'm going to talk about it. So let me go back to our Kringle Cash. Now, well, it's going to be put out so that everybody will see it. So I'm going to take my time now to read it, even though it's not in Kringle Cash, but I want us to lend me your ears while I read it. So it's about the agent agreements, okay? As regards the agent agreements, the administration said, and it's been fine-tuned. The first thing I want us to know is the agent program has begun. The agent orientation classes has begun. It began this morning. And how to go about it is to go to a member helper. So let me quickly now show us. Some of us don't even know how to reach out to member helpers, okay? Now, when you come here, you will see member help desk. When you click on member help desk, you will see that there are a whole lot of member helpers. Look for the one you like, okay? Look for the one your spirit appeals to. Look for the ones that you think can cooperate with you, okay? And then, allow the person run the agent orientation class with you. It's a short section. It's a very short section. There are just simple questions the administration will ask you through the member helpers. Look for the one you like, okay? And then another thing to also do, you want to schedule a meeting with the member helper, come here, see upcoming trainings, click on upcoming trainings. Now, looking at upcoming trainings, you will see Tuesday, which is the 1st of August, down to the 7th of August. So you click on the 8th, which is today's date. When you click on it, you will see upcoming trainings. You will see a nickname, D Zukuni. I don't know who this guy is, but those who know him will know that that's the guy. Then this is Noni Chooks. Now, those who know him will know he's the guy. Now, this is Amechi. His nickname is Amex Life, okay? If you want to work with Amechi from Nigeria, you're open to do it. And I encourage you guys to work with him, okay? So, good morning, sir. So, moving forward, this is Harry Knobs. And there are a whole lot of member helpers that are there. You can actually reach out to them and then have a dealing with them. have a dealing with them. Now, having a dealing with them means telling them that you want to. Now, this is also another one from Nigeria, Harun Ido, who is also a well-respected member in the Simply Brilliant Community Nigerian chapter. You can also do business, identify the one you want. I'm actually identifying the ones I know. So it doesn't mean I'm taking sides. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not taking sides. I'm just showing you the ones I know. So pick the ones your spirit appeals to. Then Harun Idowu will have his section by 12 p.m. and then Amex Life will be having his own by 10 p.m. this morning. So if you are an agent, go reach out to them. Tell them that I want to run the agent program. Now, if you come down, you will see it's now agent orientation and member helper training. That's previously it was new member training. So it's now out. It's now agent orientation. Now, why is admin doing this? I'll tell you. The administration does not want any agent to be ignorant. This is an official environment. He wants to make sure that every agent is aware of every action he or she is taking. And if you are taking it to the detriment of the community, there will be a penalty, which you get to know about in the orientation class, which is why he wants every agent to take part in the orientation class. Pay attention to these informations I'm giving because these are the most important part of it. Now, moving over to that thing I said I was going to talk about, the agent agreement, which we are going to know more about in the agent orientation. Yours truly, Augustine, will also go for the classes. I am not exempted. No one is exempted. Everybody must go for it and gain the necessary knowledge. To become an agent, deposit one whole Joy G coin into the KCBO and complete the agent orientation training and sign this agreement and email to us. Sign this agreement and email it to us. So, of course, more guidelines will be given to you through the member helpers when you come for the training to prevent a falling Joy G price and to avoid a 30-day penalty. All agents agree to do any kind, all agents agree not all agents agree to not do any kind of Joy G transaction, such as sending or swapping or exchanging. All of us know what sending is. So, as an agent, you shouldn't send one, you shouldn't send to somebody peer to peer. That's one of it. You shouldn't swap to other currencies, even if it's BNB. That's two, and you shouldn't exchange. All right, so now when the Joy G price is 175 or below, when the price is 175 or below. So if it is below 175, sending, swapping, exchanging is prohibited. But you can do that when it's above 175. This is the first rule that applies to the community. Now, over time, we are going to have other rules that will come up, which will include no more 175, but this time it will be 195. So after a while, it will become 210. We are going to look into it shortly. Let's continue. Now, they also agree that the daily personal, listen, they also agree, who are the they? The agents agree that the personal transaction, which is your daily, take note of these informations daily, not weekly, not monthly, daily. So your daily withdrawal, if you want to, is 0.1 Joy G. Okay. Now, plus a maximum of 0.5 Joy G daily withdrawal to purchase food and to give to the poor. So in total, the amount of Joy G that an individual can withdraw in one day is only 0.6 in one day. And remember that the only condition upon which you can withdraw 0.6 is when the price as at now is above 175, perhaps 200, perhaps 210, perhaps 300. But if it is at 175 and you violate or lower than that, there will be a penalty. So people should take it diligently. I am saying diligently because so many of us are so given to quick gratification, instantaneous gratification, and we don't pay attention to the signs. There will be a lot of casualties in this agent promo very soon, especially those who comply come for this agent training, agrees to the terms and condition, and then still violate it, there will be a lot of casualties for those that don't pay attention. Don't say you were not told. I'm telling you now. Now let's continue. This amount may change upon admin notice. Of course, as the price goes up, the admin would adjust it as necessary. Now let's finalize. 30-day penalty means that an agent violating this agreement will be removed from the list of agents able to receive additional donations for a period of 30 days. Now let's talk a bit more about it. Take note of this information I want to give to you. And even if you don't get any other thing, take this one home. This particular one I want to say. Number one, the administration wants to harvest godly set of people and empower them. The administration wants to have 1 billion people that has humanity at the back of their hearts. That's exactly what he wants. And for him to make that happen, there are simple things he will do to check how faithful you are in the organization, in this community. Some of us have double match, some of us have single match, while some will have quadruple by December. Now, some of you who fall into the category of defaulters, and you have taken it upon yourself to be bringing the price of Joy G down. Each time you are giving ammunition, you bring it down for your own personal interest. Some of you don't even use it to do goodwill. You just use it to help yourself because you say that the administration is holding my buyback, he's holding my staking, he's holding my bounties, he's holding my exchange coins. You are justifying yourself for your actions. Well, that's your choice. But take note of these informations that if the administration could give you such amount of coins and allowed it to enter into your MetaMask, and still you are using it against the community, are you thinking that the administration will continue supporting you if you fall into the category of suspension? Let me make it clearer. If after you have gone in for the member training or agent training and you violate, okay, some of you will violate, which is sure. Some of you will go for your suspension for 30 days, which is sure. But beware that if you fall into that category of suspension and you are still having firepower and you are using that firepower against the community, how are you using it? You have firepower. Firepower I'm referring to is you have enough coins. You may have as much as 10 coins or more or less, but you're having enough and the price is going up. And you say, okay, because I'm on suspension, therefore I can use it as I like. Don't make that mistake of thinking from that perspective, because if you're on a 30-day suspension and you have enough firepower and you still use it when the price is down, and then you still violate the instructions, contrary to what has been laid out, your suspension will extend. It wouldn't be 30 days again. I want you to take note. Even if you don't get any other thing from me, go home with this one. Because we can't have people who are suspended still fight the system because they think that they are suspended and they keep using the firepower against the community. You will continue to have more extension of your suspension. And there is a timeline that you'll get to. You will be removed as an agent because you keep violating, because you have agreed to the terms and conditions. I want you to take note of how necessary it is for every agent to comply. Some agents will come in for this meeting and will violate. And when you violate, you are placed on suspension. Faithfully follow the terms and conditions for 30 days and come back in. Because if you choose to further violate, you will continue to experience further suspension. Maybe another 60 days, another 90 days. And if it exceeds more than that, you know that there will be a wipeout. Wiping out means you are going to be removed completely as an agent. Take note of this information. Another thing I should also bring to your attention is if you are an agent and you have violated, and maybe you're on the core team, and maybe you are faithfully paying your subscription fee, and you are thinking that you get quadruple match by December, you have gotten double, you want to get quadruple, and the very small, simple assignment given to you to protect the price of Joy G and to be an obedient agent, you broke it. I mean, you were given a small assignment, you were tested on a small thing, you could not be faithful in a small thing. Do you think that the community will hand over a large chunk of quadruple match to you? Do you think that the community will leave you to have your double and quadruple so that you can use your double and quadruple to destroy the community? I don't know if you're getting me. So I want you to know that even though you are a member in the community, stewardship is still the primary thing in our community. You don't own it. It belongs to the community. That is why it's called stewardship. And the community would allow you to use it as they deem necessary. It is for your own gain and it is for the gain of the community. If it's for your own gain alone and it does not benefit the community, then it will not favor you. It won't favor you because you are fighting the community. So if there is any other thing you are going to take home today, take home the fact that as an agent, obeying and abiding by the terms and conditions is your first and your primary responsibility. Failure to do it, whatever you see, you take it. I hope you got that. All right. So we are concluding at this point. We are concluding. So there are a lot of other things I have to say, but I don't want to over-labor the point. I want to believe that I've passed the message down. And for those of you who don't know where the agent orientation is, this is where agent orientation is. So just go here and then pick the person of your choice and then go for his orientation class. And then after that, you finish. Remember that after you've done that, you are binding on the rules of the community. Failure to comply, consequences to follow. You'll know more about it in the agent orientation class. Now, finally, let me talk about those that are agents. Remember that I told you that as at now, we have roughly 443 agents. Now, 443 agents in this community, if you are an agent, I want you to take notes. You must go for this agent orientation class. If you are an agent, you have submitted one JOY-G, you must go for this agent orientation class. If you fail to go for this agent orientation class, admin has a timeline which you get to know about in the agent orientation class. Once that timeline has expired, just like it was buyback, there was a timeline given for buyback. If you wanted to take part in buyback, you go for your buyback, and once it expires, I think it expired by, I think, July. Was it July or June? I can't remember. But when it expired, then you have to go extra mile. In fact, you have to go through a whole lot of challenges to become a beneficiary of your buyback. Anybody that is an agent, you'll be given a timeline to quickly go for the agent orientation class so that it will be binding on you. And those coins that are being withheld by the administration will be released to you, having the knowledge that it's not your own, it belongs to the community, it should be protected, and you should be a worthy steward. Failure to understand this, and you use it as you wish, the hammer will fall, and it's going to fall on your head because you agreed, you signed to it. So if you do not comply and that timeline expires, you're out. The administration will flush you out as an agent. And once you have been flushed out as an agent, it's final. You have to, if you are going to come back in, you have to submit another one JOY-G. This is very important. So let's take this very seriously. Let us act accordingly. If we are going to cause the price of JOY-G to skyrocket, then we should cooperate, because we must win this game against the enslavement the elites are bringing on humanity. And if you are not interested in doing that, then just step aside, but allow those who want to move forward. I want to stop at this point. I believe I've made a very good summary, and I believe we understood it very well. So let me now move to the question section. If there are people who have questions to ask, you can ask your questions and I can answer. There are a whole lot. Wonderful. I'm almost in an hour. I just have roughly 3 or 4 minutes to be here. So I'll rush it as fast as I can. Hello, Ambassador Augustine. Thanks for the good work. Thank you very much, Brother Matthias, that has faithfully followed me. There are people in the community, I must say, that has faithfully followed me. Brother Matthias is one of them from Uganda, and I love him from my heart. He's a good brother. So whatever you are, whoever you are, if you are following leaders in the community, then I will recognize you. And that means you also have the potential of being a good leader. Quality number one of being a good leader is good followership. That's the truth. All right. So, good morning, Ambassador. Thank you for good job you are doing. You're welcome. Always welcome. And then I was trying to talk about the time. So this my beloved brother, who is also from Nigeria and one of the leaders in Delta State. He's the leader, the coordinator for Delta State. Those of us who reside in Delta State, Nigeria, please, this is your leader. Always reach out to him. Yes. So December 12th, we're going to get equal match, double quadruple by December. Those of us on the core team and on the backup team. So thank you very much, brother Dominic, for that heads up. I appreciate. Fantastic explanation, my ambassador. Thank you very much, beloved brother. It's a pleasure. I try to bring it down so that people will get it, because people still are looking, but they're not seeing. So I have to make sure I explain it, and then it's now up to them to take their time to listen. The problem is they don't want to do anything and they want to get something. How is it that you want to succeed without making effort, without spending data? Do you think it's so easy? You think I have all the money in the world to take my time to educate the community? No, it's because I want the community to succeed, and I'm not willing to succeed alone. It's a collective thing. That's why I'm doing this from my heart. And if you see it from that point of view, then put your heads together with me. Let's make it happen. Powerful and well-loaded summary from you, my ambassador. You are well appreciated. This is also my beloved brother. He resides in Lagos State. He's also a wonderful follower, and he's also a potential leader. There are a lot of things that are before him which he will enjoy over time because he's faithfully following the community. He's a loyal person. Those who are good and loyal, I'll talk about you. Those who are not, or I don't know you, of course, I don't know anything. If I don't know you, I have nothing to say. But those who I do, I will talk about you. So these are the good ones in the community, and I really appreciate them. So let's keep moving. What about those members who dropped off and they are in a very bad condition? If they can also be part of these goodwill beneficiaries, will it sound badly? Will it sound badly? You know, this goodwill is to help people around you, but the intent is to help the right people, not the wrong ones. Whoever it is that you think is worthy of help, go about. There is nothing is holding you back. Okay, no one will discipline you if you help. Helping is, someone doesn't have what it takes, you support the person. But we are trying to channel it to those who can't even help themselves. There are people that are helpless. There are people that don't even know what they will eat today. That is our target audience. So I don't know about those who dropped off. It's in your discretion. Let your conscience guide you on what to do. I believe you understood me, Brother Matthias. So let's continue. We do appreciate the new agent regulations from admin. We need more of such because it's long overdue. Yes, that's very true. I can agree with you on that. So let's keep moving. Strict check and balances and regulations are necessary. Even the kingdom of God that is by free will has strict regulations. That's very true. Defaulters has no place. Hope admin will take notes. Yes, admin is in the know. Admin is in the full know of everything, and he's doing everything to make sure that everybody that is taking part in this community will be serious people. Okay, so thank you so much once again, brother Promise. So let's keep moving. Ambassador, I feel that for the agents, terms and conditions should have a time limit for all to sign into it. Yeah, I've talked about it. There is a timeline. Once it exceeds that timeline, all those agents, I don't know how long that will be, but we are in a race against time. We are looking to gain global adoption as fast as possible. So those agents who are waiting and they are taking their time and they are relaxing, those are the bad guys. Those are the ones that are fighting the system. And I can tell you that if you don't do it when you are supposed to do it, well, you signed up for whatever thing you see. Don't say the system took advantage of you. Don't say you were scammed. The timeline is given and it has started today. Go become a member, become a certified agent. That's what the admin wants to do. And a certified agent means you have agreed with the terms and conditions. Okay, so let's keep moving. Good day, sir. Thanks. Thank you for explaining very well regarding our maths yesterday. God bless you. Yeah, thank you very much, beloved brother. I would have wished I knew you. I wish I saw your face. But that's fine. The hammer will fall, Ambassador. Yeah, thank you. The hammer will definitely fall. All right, so we're rounding off. We've taken a lot of time. We're rounding off. Good morning, dear Augustine. I am just hearing your updation. Wow, that's great there. Keep it up. God bless you. Yeah, I love this woman for one thing. She has a very gentle mind. I love her gentle mind. And she's from India, and she has a heart of gold. You're welcome, beloved sister. It's a pleasure. All right, so we're finalizing now. This is going to be the last person. Good morning, sir. Keep it up. Well done. So a lot of people has really said, keep it up, keep it up. And this is my beloved. In fact, this is my senior brother. His name is Brother Okeke. He's a man of God, very respected. I really love this, my brother. So thank you so much. Kudos, Austin. You're welcome, sir. All right, so I will be bringing this meeting to a close. One more thing I have to say, please, everyone should do their part. Go for the agent program. This is also a member helper. Brother Okeke is also a worthy member helper. Meet him, check it in the KCBO, and then make a date with the member helpers and let us get properly organized. I love you guys, and don't forget, like this channel, share this channel, subscribe to this channel so that people can get to know about it and get properly organized and properly informed. Okay, so till I come your way again some other time. Cheers, God bless you, bye for now.